You can see they're nice and clean, nice and shiny. Hi, I'm Jeff from Frugal Biker, and today I'm going to show you how to clean up a cage bearing. These are bearings that are on your crank, your headset, and also in your wheel bearings. Now we're going to clean up the bearings. Now this is what they look like basically out of your bicycle. So they're pretty ugly, they're pretty dirty, but this is a typical bearing that comes out of a fairly old bicycle. You see it's kind of brown and stiff, and basically it's just old crusty grease that needs to be cleaned up, and then we'll put new grease in there. So how we do this, we basically take engine degreaser, any type of degreaser would work. WD-40 works pretty good too. So if you just have WD-40, it's got a little bit of alcohol in it. It does a pretty good job of degreasing it. So what I have here is just this is like a laundry cup, you know, the liquid laundry soap. You have this little measuring cup. It works pretty nice. It's kind of a little cup. It's pretty sturdy. This is an acid brush. You can use an old toothbrush if you don't have one of these, but just a little brush. And I just squirted, it's probably 1 or 2 teaspoons of degreaser in there. So you just put that in there, use your brush, and just kind of brush on it. And it'll get pretty dirty, the liquid, that's okay. But you can see it's cleaning up fairly nice. Sometimes it's so crusty, you might have to take a wooden stick, like a chopstick, or a coffee wooden stir stick or something, if you want to keep one of those when you're at Starbucks next time. Just it works good for really crusty grease. You can turn that over and do the back. Now there is some grease that's inside that retainer. You kind of want to sort of get that grease in between the balls and the retainer. There's probably some old crusty grease in there, but give it a good work over with a brush. And if it doesn't quite come off, we can scrape it with our wooden tool. I wouldn't use steel. You could. Plastic would be okay too, but you don't want to make any filings or anything. So there's your bearing. It looks much cleaner right out of the solvent. So we get just paper towel or whatever you got, and then wipe it off good. You can see some of this brown here. If I rub a little harder, it will come off. If it doesn't come off, you can kind of scrape it a little bit with a wooden stick like there. It's a little bit hard to get off. You can use your thumb and then just wipe it off good. These are the crank bearings. So these are large cage bearings. So basically that's a pretty clean bearing now if you just kind of wipe it off good. See, the balls are nice and shiny. The race is pretty good. A little bit of brown here we could scrape off a little bit if you had a wooden tool. But you can see the difference between an old crusty one like this and how they clean up. So they clean up pretty nice. You can see they're pretty good shape, and they clean up pretty nice compared to what you had before. So that's basically all we do. We basically clean these up with degreaser, wipe them off nice, and you can see they're nice and clean, nice and shiny, and ready to re-grease. Okay? And then we do that to all the bearings, the headset bearings and the crank bearings. And if you have cage bearings in your wheel hubs, do the same thing. Very simple. Use gloves. It is oily and it'll get your hands all dirty. So, but that's it. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, enjoy your frugal biking. Thanks.